And good morning. It is 23 minutes after 9 o'clock, and joining us in studio this morning from the American Legion Post 61 family, Commander Stephen Lee and Auxiliary President Jenn back with us. Good morning, guys.
Good morning.
How are y'all doing? How's Thanksgiving? I know we talked a little bit about that right after, but...
Thanksgiving was a no-go.
No-go, huh?
Yeah, I was flat on my back for 5 days.
Oh, no. Sorry to hear that.
Yeah, I'm just coming out of it.
Okay. What happened? If you don't
Just got a cold.
sick? See, I'm coming out of a cold now, but just a cold. Not like, that's why I sound a little goofy, but I feel better than I sound.
Yeah, I'll try not to hack and cough too much.
Well, Bummer Hawkins joining us in studio this morning from the New Mexico Military Institute. I just got to say, Coach Joe Portridge. That's the only. I mean, Coach is like president.
Have her over for Thanksgiving. Then we were going to do it Saturday, and then
you got sick.
She got sick.
Yeah, it was a double whammy.
Yeah, yeah. Well, Kim got a cold last week.
We had no Thanksgiving this year.
What'd you do with all the food and stuff? Because I imagine you got.
We ate it.
Okay.
Yeah, I still cooked it. We just didn't do the big. It's like, okay, we'll eat it when we get to it.
Right. But no pageantry
not
involved.
to infect the rest of the world.
Well, that's probably appreciative for most people.
Well,
but some problem is now you got a bunch of leftovers.
Freezers.
Yeah. Well, Wreaths Across America has that wrapped up yesterday after Giving Tuesday. So now thank you to all that have donated wreaths and things like that. We'll get them distributed December 15th, right? Or 17th?
Well, 17th is the actual. Yeah.
And so that would be our next thing. If we have volunteers that would like to come and help us distribute on the 17th, we're going to meet at a Memory Lawn, right?
Yeah.
Memory Lawn Cemetery, like 0900, something like that.
I think
Yeah, that's when we'll start getting stuff arranged,
we'll
and then the actual placements
9.
will probably start about 10.
Okay, so about 10-ish.
Yeah, we'll have a little brief ceremony, and then we'll lay the wreaths down.
Yeah. So. And then we'll distribute all those wreaths that we have out there.
We had 146 purchased. I signed up for the 3 for 2, so I'm not sure how that lines out. Because it all has to do with how many people bought at one time.
Okay. Well, when I went there, they had a thing like, most popular 5 for 75. I said, well, I'll just do that. And so I bought 5. So, and I'm sure. So hopefully some people did the same kind of deal. That's what everyone's picking. I'll pick that. Because you're like, I'm going to get 1, 2, 27. What's the right number? I'm not sure. And then most people pick. I'm like, well, that's what I'll do. So that seems appropriate.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't mind. The Post kicked in 10. Post 28 kicked in 10.
Well, that's good.
The Auxiliary kicked in 10. So that was 30 of them right there.
Well, glad to hear. I'm glad to hear that.
I bought 3 myself.
Good deal.
And then, of course, you bought 5.
Yeah.
Then I had to buy a few kind of on account. The PGR requested 2, the Patriot Guard Riders, and 2 for, was it Donalita?
Okay. So we got a few out there. Now, you can still order wreaths, but they'll go towards next year, right?
Yeah. Oh,
so
yeah.
if you go,
this is a year-round thing.
Yeah, so if you go to our website, RoswellLegion.org, you can go there, and there's a Wreaths Across America that's still up. You click here, but if you do it today, it'll count towards next year. So if you still want to get involved, love to have you. You're just getting us a jump start for next year.
Well, depending on Wreaths Across America, too, because last year they extended it a couple of days.
Oh, so maybe we might. So go there and try to donate.
It's possible you could get slid under the wire, but the official cutoff was yesterday.
So, but if you just spaced and you're like, oh, I missed it, you can still get in there and still support. It may just reflect next year instead of this year, but either way.
I do know that I can do things like I can contact Wreaths Across America and tell them I have, say, received monies for a certain number by December 3rd, and then... But I don't know how that works.
Yeah, I imagine that's why
I've never done that.
They picked the end of November just so they have an extra week or two to work out all these things.
Well, and that with the slowdowns with the semis and the supply chain issues.
Because we're just one community. There's, I'm assuming thousands of other communities doing the same thing. So that's a lot of logistics to go through. So, but thank you to everyone that donated wreaths. We greatly appreciate it, and we will do our part to make sure those get on all veterans' graves here for the holiday season. So, I guess we talked a little bit about wanting to be a part of our Legion. We're always looking for new volunteers, new people to come and join our Post 61 family. We have 3 different branches of our family. the Legionnaires, which is the part you see, the hats and the things that most people associate American Legion with. We also have the Auxiliary, which is spouses of veterans, and predominantly there's a few other details and things, but mostly that's what that is. Mm-hmm. And then we have the Sons, which it's in the title there. The Sons of a Veteran are a part of that group, and you can be part of any one of those or all three of those, depending on your service and what you did and what you qualified for. But in theory, if you're a veteran and you married your spouse in the military as a veteran, you both can qualify for both Legionnaire and Auxiliary. And if your dad was and your male was a military member, you can be part of the Sun. So in theory, you could be in all three.
Oh, we actually have folks that are members of all three. It's kind of fun.
I only got 2 of the 3. My wife's not military, so
and eventually we'll go to 4.
Oh, with the riders.
Yeah.
Eventually.
Yeah, it'd be nice to start a riders chapter.
What's generally the requirement there? Is a Legionnaire with a motorcycle, basically?
Yeah, five motorcycle people.
Okay.
Yeah, you just got to be a member of the Sons, the Auxiliary, or the Legion.
Okay, so you can qualify for any of those 3. I gotcha.
And then with that, you can become a rider.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think I'll be part of that group. My motorcycle skills are non-existent. So
I might ride on the back, but they're kind of scary to me. So if you can ride, good for you.
Yeah, I'll do that. I'll be the scoot guy, like the Shriners.
Oh, there you go. I could do a scooter. That'd be fun.
You could always do like a spider or something. You know?
There you go. Yeah. There you go. I don't know if it's
tricycle.
Yeah. It's just one time I'll dump that thing and kill me. I know what'll happen. But we would love to see more people. Matter of fact, we got a meeting this week. Tomorrow's the 1st of December, which happens to be the first Thursday of the month. So our meeting will be tomorrow night at First United Methodist Church.
That's the big meeting. We got everybody.
The joint meeting, 6 p.m. at First United. If you are interested in learning more about our Legion post and our family, please join us. Come on out. Be there a few minutes. We'll introduce everybody, and you come and you can sit in our meeting and hear what we're all about. And if you'd like to stick around and do more with us, we'd be glad to have you.
Plus, I'm in deep negotiations with Conquistador Council. We're trying to bring in Troop 2. They're losing their sponsor.
Oh, so we might merge them over with us or add to it? Or
something to that effect. I don't know what's going to end up happening, and I'm not going to make any, bold statements on this.
Okay.
But I do know for a fact that Troop 2 is currently, being sponsored by the Methodist Church. The problem is the Methodist Church nationwide, after 100 years, is dropping their scouting program.
I gotcha.
So Troop 2 will be without a sponsor as of December 31st.
Okay.
Now, I know he was trying to apparently work out a deal with Conquistador where they could be self-sponsored or whatever, but that can't really happen.
Right. Well, there's a reason you have a sponsor, because they provide funding to help. And if you're self-sponsored, it's really hard to give a go that way.
Well,
unless you spend all your time fundraising.
So I'm not making any guarantees, but that's just the word on the street.
Okay.
And I've offered to maintain the number and all that stuff. So because I can be the organizational head for multiple.
I got you. So they can still be an autonomous, independent troop,
right?
Separate from our Cub Scout pack.
And they're like 100-year troops, so we would like them to be able to stay.
Sure, they have built their tradition,
I understand legacy,
heritage,
and all that stuff. So, but I don't know what's going to happen. But I do know that by December 31st, I have to make a decision and pay for the charters and all that stuff by the end of this month.
Okay,
or next month.
But we still have, our Cub Scout Pack 61.
Yes,
too,
they meet on Thursdays with us. They're in one room, we're the other. So
So, but anyway,
and you're more invited to come out for that Thursday if you want to learn more about scouting and things. It's a Cub Scout pack. So what's the age of those kids right now on average?
Through fourth grade, fifth grade.
So elementary school age kids. Basically.
Yeah, for the moment. And then if we get Troop 2, of course, that would be older. Boy Scouts and
Cub Scouts.
I'd like to get Webelos. We have only one Webelo right now, so
it's kind of hard to have a Webelo pack with one Webelo.
Yeah. So if you got kids that are sitting around bored, during the holidays, come.
Scouting is a great thing.
Exactly.
I owe my what I learned. I'm a product of scouting. I grew up in it. I have nothing but good things to say about what my experiences in scouting. Things I would have never got to do, see, feel, experience. All of that, because I would have never gone to Australia. I would have never been whitewater
I've never
rafting.
been to
I would have
Australia.
never got to do the things I did because of scouting. So I will always be a good supporter of scouting, and I will always be a champion for scouting. It's a great program. So good deal. So hopefully we can work something out there, and that troop and pack will get their sponsorship and get taken care of, so those kids can keep doing their scouting stuff. So,
Yeah.
But in the meantime, though, like I said, we'd love to come out. We're looking we're always looking for new members to be a part of our post here, and either as a Legionnaire or as an auxiliary or son. We meet the first Thursday of every month at First United Methodist Church, 6 p.m. And we would love to have you come and be a part. And then actually every Thursday that evening, our auxiliaries, usually they're working on their projects like the bears that we give out to the law enforcement or whatever other projects we happen to be going on at that particular moment. Those are the ones when nothing else is going on, like, all right, back to bears.
Yes.
But then it's also, if we're doing stuff for farmers market or something like that, they'll be doing that too. But yeah, they got quite the little crafting Kabbalah that they got going on there, doing their assembly and all that kind of stuff.
Well, I do know they're looking for quilters right now.
Okay.
Yeah, we
They got a
really
couple of
need to.
quilting projects that they got to get.
Okay,
But
so
we
any
have no
quilters
idea
out there
what we're
looking
doing.
looking for a quilting circle to get a part of, the old social circles of the day, the quilting
Right?
circle,
Yep.
that's long before your smartphones and got all your
And even
gossip.
if you don't know how to quilt or how to sew, like myself, if you know how to work, a pair of scissors or even tracing around something, we can definitely
There's
use your help.
a lot of needed parts that aren't exactly skilled required, labor required.
Right,
part.
exactly.
Yeah, if you're not,
If you want to learn, we can help you.
that's the
that
other
way,
thing.
too.
How you going to learn it is by doing it. So
Yeah.
if you always want to learn how to quilt or crochet or more sewing than crocheting, but doing that that kind of work. Come out to our Thursday. You guys meet at what, 6?
Yeah, 5:30 is when we try to do.
Okay.
We bring your own meal. We have dinner together, and then we start working at about 6 o'clock.
Yeah, good deal. So if you bring like chili and then you get chili all over the stuff, we know who's responsible for that. It's like,
Well, typically we put the stuff away, we eat, and then we.
Jen, you had the
Just for
chili
that
again.
reason.
It's all over this bear. It's like this bear just ate a pound of chili. But it is pretty cool. So we'd love to have you come and be a part of that too.
Yep.
So, but yeah, pretty much after this, we're kind of just membership and kind of winding down here for 2022. And then we'll fire off next year with, we'll get right back into all of our different, our 4 chaplains will be right around the corner after that.
Well, I'm hoping to get
Gold Star, all that.
I'm hoping to get into the classrooms next month. And,
Okay.
probably do a guest lecture on Amazing Grace.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the person, not the song.
Gotcha.
Yeah, she was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
And of course, we got the Wreaths Across America on the 17th.
Yes, we'd love to
And
have
of
people
course,
help
we're
with that.
also still doing our annual donations to the local shelters.
Yes,
and
so we're
nonprofits
collecting
around.
items
Yeah,
to
we
give
just
to the shelters.
distributed 22 turkeys for Thanksgiving. So
Yeah,
That's
that was a
great.
record for us. That was
So I
pretty
imagine we'll be
awesome.
doing a little bit more of that for Christmas as well, giving some food, or if we need to give clothing, or I've seen in years past whatever people give us stuff, we make sure it gets to the people that I've seen everything. It's like, oh, could someone use this bag of clothing? I'm sure we'll find somebody or give it to us, or could someone use this? Yes, we'll find somebody that can benefit from that.
Oh,
So-
it's happened.
Oh, it happens all the time. We'll be glad to be that conduit. That's what we do.
Do you think we could get a couple more waters?
Yeah. Hey, Roy, can you grab another water for us? I can't. See if he's paying attention. There he is. He's on the route. So
Thank you.
that's my intercom system, is the microphone. So,
Thank you. I appreciate that.
but we'd love to have more people get involved and see what the Legion's all about. We're and you and I have said this 100 times on this show, Lee, that we are the American Legion is established by Congress. We have the Congress's ear. We are in the government's eye the official representative of veterans for the United States. That's the way we're kind of built here. Did you want one too?
No, I'm okay.
Oh, just one. Okay, but that what I meant. You know what I mean? It's just that it's we have lots of great veterans. They're all great, but the American Legion's kind of the one that was put together by Congress. They're the ones that, when it comes to veterans affairs and things, we're the ones that have the official voice in there, and we are the main defender of veterans' rights.
I don't want to consider other organizations to be lesser. I mean,
exactly.
The VFW does have the Congress's ear as well, and
absolutely
stuff like that. We're not the only game in town.
We're the first, and
we were the first ones.
First seat at the table.
Yeah, but we're still pretty awesome.
Yeah. We have a seat at the table, basically. But
we got cooler hats.
They're all kind of the same.
I know. I'm just making a joke.
They're just different colors.
I know. Just making a joke.
It was interesting because I was asking the VFW, and I think it was on Veterans Day. I noticed that a lot of VFW had different color hats because, like, American Legion has different color hats.
Mm-hmm.
But in the American Legion, the different color hats has meaning.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, for instance, you got the blue hats. That's your traditional post person.
Yep.
You get the blue and the white in the top. That's like a district person, and then all white is state department. And then red is like national. So if you see like a red hat, that's like the national organization, the ones that sit before Congress.
And yellow is the Sun's national, right? What's yellow?
Gold.
Yeah. Well, yeah, gold.
Right. But I was talking to the VFW. I said, what's the difference between the colors? Because I assumed there was some scheme like that. He's personal preference. Okay. I'm like, well, okay. So when you see a VFW hat, it's
can I get one with flames on it or something?
I don't know. So,
personal preference. I don't see why not.
I assume there's some denomination in the VFW for district or state level or something like that, but I haven't discovered it yet.
Ah, well, and just curious, is that blue standard from state to state?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because like you look at ours and we got the New Mexico logo and everything. I didn't, obviously each state has their own state seal or logo.
Yeah, that's actually one of the fun
not every
things
state does.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. New Mexico does the Zia. That's a long story there. But like California has like the bear,
Georgia has
the peach.
That's one of the fun things I enjoy about
Florida.
National Convention is you go around and you look at all the guys' hats.
Kind of seeing it's like license plates when you're driving on the highway.
Exactly. It's a lot of fun, and it's a nice icebreaker, conversation starter too.
And on the sun side, you get the light blue hat, which is the squadron level. And then we don't have counties in New Mexico, but like back east, they're so big, they have to delineate. So then you get the light blue and the white. And then in state level is the light blue and the gold.
Okay.
And then national is the gold.
The gold.
So
gotcha.
They all delineate. If you have multiple colors, it's, you're higher up on the political food chain.
Yes.
I wouldn't say it's any more important because
there's no rank really.
There's no rank in the organization, and the blue cappers do all the work.
They do.
So I mean,
that's where the real.
They're the grassroots.
That's where the
real work's being done.
Rubber hits the road.
Is at the
blue cap level?
Yes, here at the post level, right here locally. So. That's what we're looking for. More people to put on
looking for blue
hats with us here. And we'd love to have you.
Yeah, the auxiliary doesn't have the same cap system. Basically, just the American Legion
that's the
auxiliary
Legionnaire thing.
logo is our
Sons.
quote unquote uniform.
Yeah.
But our unit has decided to go in with the vests.
Yeah.
So
the blue and gold vests. Yeah.
Yeah. The blue with the gold.
It's a good identifier when we're out at our events like Veterans Day and things. Right. You spot our hats or you spot those vests like, oh, that's someone.
Yeah, they're kind of like the special ed people.
No, but we are special, yes.
And here's another thing I'd like to also share with, especially for people that have maybe served in the Legion or something similar in the past. Our Post 61 family, we kind of treat it as all the entities work in concert. They're not.
Our post does that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Our post is kind of we work in concert. We have our separate meetings and our own little things, but at the end of the day, all of them are in concert with each other. Like the auxiliary is not going to do something on their own without support of the Legion and the Sons, and vice versa for the other.
Well, and I have to point out, this is not a normal construct in the American Legion. In fact, I've been in many American Legions, and the majority of the time, it's the us versus them mentality, which is something I wanted to avoid when I created this post.
One team, one love kind of thing.
Right. Because in others, you're constantly pulling at each other.
Well, and that's where the
auxiliary
drama
and the post
starts.
are separate entities.
Yeah.
What people don't seem to understand, and I guess I'll explain, is when you form a post, it can be formed organically.
Mm-hmm.
You just form a post. And then once you have a post, then an auxiliary can spring into being.
Right. And both organizations are chartered by Congress. So the Legionnaires have a Congress charter, and the auxiliary does as well.
But an auxiliary can't have a charter without a Legion.
Right. The auxiliary cannot exist until the post exists.
Gotcha.
But after the auxiliary comes into being, since they are a separate entity, they don't need the post anymore.
Gotcha. So if the post shut down, they could keep going.
That's right.
Right.
But
it would be considered a widow post.
You keep that mentality of us versus them in a lot of cases, because it's like they have their own money, they have their own 501, they have everything is completely separate, so we don't need you, kind of a thing.
Yeah. It can happen. It doesn't always, but it can happen.
No, but I've seen it happen
to avoid
more
that,
often than not.
That's how we do it. We do it where everything is, we all kind of, yes, there's separate accounts and things, but at the same time, we'll shift, move if everyone agrees those are the right things to do and do that kind of
stuff.
stuff.
And the Sons is a program of the post. So you cannot have a squadron without a post.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
And if the post goes away, the squadron goes away.
Gotcha.
There's just no way to.
So unlike the auxiliary, if the Sons are strong, even though the post is disbanded, then that Sons squadron will also go the way of the dodo with the
transfer
post.
to a different squadron.
Gotcha. But we don't have that problem.
No,
we're all good. We're all one harmonious family. We'd love to have you join us to be a part of it.
Yeah.
Come out tomorrow night. Like I said, get there about 6. We're going to be at and it's First Jenn Methodist Church there on, was it Pennsylvania? I never know
Right, but you go in on the Kentucky.
Yeah, on the Kentucky side there. But it's been there a while.
Keep those front doors locked all the time.
It's a historic church.
Yeah.
It's been there a long time.
And the reason we have the joint meetings is to avoid those problems. It invites conversation and planning and teamwork.
Well, everybody sees what the other side's doing a little bit, because obviously you don't want to see all the details every meeting, but y'all are kind of like, oh, the auxiliary's working on this, and the Legion's working on this, and the Sons are working on this,
and how can we help you?
How can we do it so it all works? And to be honest, every single one of our events, it's a joint thing. Right. It's not just the Sons doing it, or just the auxiliary, or just the Legion. It's post 61.
And we want to pull the cart all in the same direction.
Sure.
Yeah. We're all working on the same mission, supporting our veterans and their families and our community.
Yeah, and that's our philosophy at the end of the day. So if that sounds like something you're like, hey, that I kind of dig that. Please join us. If you are a veteran in good standing, it means you didn't get a dishonorable discharge, and you served pretty much any time since Pearl Harbor.
Right.
Pretty much.
Which is coming up.
Which is just a few days away here, about a week away. Then you are eligible to be a Legionnaire. If it's auxiliary, if you're a spouse,
male or female,
of a honorably served veteran, then you are eligible to be.
And the veteran doesn't have to still be living. Like myself, I'm not married, but I joined to honor my grandfather's service on both sides, and my sister's service.
Gotcha. And so that qualifies you as a auxiliary.
Right.
And then Sons, same kind of deal. If you're a father and you're a male served in the military honorably, then you are eligible to be a son of the American Legion.
Or at least generally.
Yeah. So those are the minimal requirements. Come out tomorrow and visit us, and we'll chat with you more. If you got more questions and have more information we'd be happy to help you, all that. Check out our website, roswelllegion.org. You can kind of see what our post stands for as far as our tent pole charities
and
projects that we like to do, our scholarships, our memory lawn work, our stuff, all the various ceremonies and things we participate in. You kind of get a peel of what, peel back the curtain of what we do. And please come out and join us, talk with us, if you have questions. If you were in a Legion, maybe in another state or something, you're just moving to the area and you're looking for a Legion home. Come visit. We'd love if you're looking to transfer and things like that. Yeah, we
just had a transfer the other day.
We have 2 good Legion posts in town. Come check us out. We'd love to have you come down and see what we do. So,
right.
Yeah. Is there anything else we need to cover?
Well, I was trying to think.
But... Probably should give them our phone number.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Okay. For folks that don't like to use the internet.
Well, or and all they don't have access to it.
Yeah. What's the best number to call if they have any questions regarding anything Post 61 related?
575-268-0220.
Very good. And leave a voicemail if you don't get a live person there. But if you do, they'll be happy to help you and answer any questions or anything if we need to get information to you or whatever it is. Or if you know someone in need and you want to reach out to us and say, hey, I've got someone that could really use the help of you guys, put them on our radar. That's what we do. Veterans with issues or just whatever. This is what we do. We're a service organization. We're here to serve people in need, and that's what we do. So a little special focus on kids and veterans, but, we want to help people. That's what we do.
Well, we use that kind of as our pet projects as always, veterans and kids.
Yeah.
So CASA and several other organizations.
Yeah, absolutely.
In fact, I gave 6 turkeys, I think, to CYFD. So.
Oh, great.
Yeah, by way of sheriff.
Those volunteers are amazing over at COAFD. They do work that a lot of people don't want to do, face it. Yeah. They are the voice for these kids, and they see and hear things that are rough, and they got to protect these kids in court. It's not easy work, but it's very necessary work, and we very appreciate those people that volunteer their time.
Well, I'm thinking it was Charlie Rice's wife. Was she working with CYFD or something?
There's a few of those volunteers, but they know families in need, and so they're a great conduit to help. It's like I'm sure those turkeys that they got from those, they're going right to those families that they are servicing and needing and helping.
Oh, yeah.
So it's great.
Yeah, we gave some to the Salvation Army, and then I guess they need upwards of 30 turkeys a year, and we gave some to the
Roswell Refuge and to the Assurance Home.
Yeah. Well, we're glad we're able to do that.
Yes, very much.
And hope it helped them a little bit. So.
And this is all made possible by donations made by the public.
Yeah, we don't get any funding. It's all donations.
Yeah, if it's not the generous support of the public, all the work at Memory Lawn, we've gotten people that were kind enough to just donate money and say, here's money to get gas for lawnmowers or whatever you need.
Yep.
We've had people who have been very supportive that way, and we thank you. And we're going to, we ask for your continued support because we still got work to do, and now it's getting colder, but there's still work to be done out at Memory Lawn. So.
For sure.
And we have a few folks that really dedicate their lives to making sure that's taken care of, and we appreciate those people.
We do.
So, very much so. Well, I'm glad you're feeling a little better. Feeling better. Get to resting, and I'll see you guys tomorrow, and then we'll see you here next time on the radio.
Okay.
Well, too. So, thank you guys. Take care. Mike. We'll see you here, and I'll see you tomorrow. It is 9:51. Let's go ahead and pause for news.